per hour. We have a couple of tractors here that will turn in excess of 100 miles an hour. Now, you think that's not cranking up some wheel speed, you just watch them. They are really turning on some serious horsepower. This horsepower of 1,200 is 1,200 plus, and on a given day, these tractors will just amaze you, the horsepower they'll put on the ground. Just literally amaze you, the horsepower they can put on the ground. Ms. Nish Stanville is the driver of this tractor. All right. Here we go. Fuel up, smokes up, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you an idea of what's going on. This class is called a 5,800-pound class of tractors. This is about as light as you can strip a tractor down to. These tractors all need weight. They've got the horsepower. They need weight on the ground to hold them down. These tractors, there's two classes of tractors here that these tractors will run in today. They'll run in the 5,800-pound, and they'll be back later on to run in a 7,500-pound class. Same tractor, very often, but a lot of weight added to it. Now then, this is really, I'm saying this for an excuse, I guess, because these tractors are awfully hard to put. This tractor had a new engine in it just recently, and
previous bull was 221 feet.
And Mike is still experimenting with this tractor. He's pulled it 3 or 4 times. He's really experimenting as to just what this tractor and engine will do. So sometimes, you know, you look at a tractor and you think, wait a minute, just what did go wrong there? Well, nothing sometimes really goes wrong. It's a matter of getting it all on the ground at the right time. But that roller is a little, we got manicure men going to work out here and trying to get themselves together and trying to get it all together. But getting it on down the road, we'll try to get ourselves in line. Sometimes I'm not all together here myself for a while to get this thing in the road. All right, Mike Johnson, White Lightning, trying to find a place for that tractor to grab a hold. They're so light on the ground, they do not want to get a bite. There's a definite problem with that alcohol burner. Some of these tractors will be diesel burners, some of them will be alcohol burner. That particular one happens to be alcohol. Alcohol burning tractor. Three turbos. It's a D21 Alice Chalmers tractor. He might get up in that wheel speed of unbelievable in excess of 100 miles per hour. If he gets full throttle and high in the highest gear he's got, he can turn them set of wheels real quick. Diesel powered. Here we go. Bill Hurst out of Fort Clinton, Ohio. Check them wheels out, gang. He is turning them girls. Yeah. You talk about getting into the blacktop. Get it on down the road. Give that guy a hand, gang. He came to bull. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Bill Hurst said sometimes if I get this old girl fired up just right, we can do pretty good. I believe he had her in a big year. Out of Unity, Wisconsin.
Bill
the Lynn brothers out of Unity, Wisconsin. Kevin Lynn at the wheel. Notorious is the name of the tractor. Out of Unity, Wisconsin is where he's out of, and this tractor is one pretty fair hunkin' running machine. 8210 Ford, 401 cubes, 1,800 horsepower, diesel powered, 80 mile an hour wheel speed. Unity, Wisconsin. Tell you what, gang, that's dumping some horsepower now. We'll take care of all the mosquitoes. There won't be a mosquito left in Muhlenberg County when we get done today. Won't be none left. But now keep in mind, the tractors that you're seeing pull have got the power. The problem is there's no weight on the tractors in this class. This 5,800-pound class of tractors is a very light class. You can imagine now, you take that same tractor and add 2,700 pounds of weight to him. Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Kevin Lynn with
is where Henry Piper is out of.
250.0.
The Holland Harvester is the name of the tractor. It's a 560 International. The Holland Harvester, Mr. Henry Piper at the wheel, 84 years young. All right, try to get you to line up on who's pulling, who's in the hole, and who's standing by is what I'll try to keep you up with. Mr. Piper on the drag now, the Howler coming up here next, and with the Insanity tractor standing by. So we'll try to keep you up on what's going on, the distances we've got to run. The Howler is next with Glenn Lacy, and Larry Phillips will be behind him in the standby position with Insanity. All right, ready on the start line, ready on the finish line. I'll tell you about Jeff Carter down on that finish line here in a few moments. Mr. Henry Piper, the Holland Harvester, on the drag and ready to go. 84 years young, alcohol powered. Here we go. Trying to find a place for them wheels to get a hold. Very light on weight, not very little weight. Can't seem to find a bite on that drag. Cannot get a bite. Trying to find a place to get a hold, and it's just not there today, gang. It's just not there today. Give that man a hand. You got to give that credit. That track is just not giving up any bites today. Now, don't get impatient with these tractors because they will be back later. They will have a whole bunch of weight added on, and things will get a whole lot different, I guarantee you. Guarantee things will be a lot wilder when they add 2,700 pounds to them in a few moments. All right, next man up is Glenn Lacy. Glenn Lacy with the Howler out of Manitou. The Howler is 460 cube. A 460 tonight.
Henry Piper with 177.95. 177.95.
It's about the boogity-boogity-boo. A lot of these guys are alcohol, a lot of them are diesel. You can go to different ones, and you can get a fight started right quick by trying to argue which one's the best. All one of them will say, "Why, my diesel tractor outdo 3 of them alcohols." Next man, alcohol owner, will have it the other way around. So it's up to the individual which you like the best, alcohol and or diesel. Them turbos is what stacks the power in there. It's unbelievable what kind of power you can stack in a motor when you go to feed. Sometimes we've got 2 turbos feeding 1. 3 turbos. 2 turbos will be feeding 1. 2 and 3 stage turbos. And it becomes a wild, wild thing. Here we go. Glenn Lacy, the Howler, Manitou. Not getting that bite that he wants. Just not getting a hold of that track. Yeah. The weight is stripped off of them. They are down to a bare minimum on weight. Some of them have got a weight or 2 out on the front, but when you add 2,700 more pounds to them, all of these tractors will be back to pull in the next class. A few of these men built these tractors just to pull in this light class. Some of them will be Phillips. Insanity is what it's called.
Glenn Lacy went 181.43. 181.43.
Down here, we're getting him out of the way. Trying to get myself in line here. I don't seem to have myself fully in gear here today, getting done what I want done. Sometimes that sounds easy, but sometimes it don't work that way. All right, Larry Phillips, Insanity, about to do it. Getting that smoke just right, cranking it up. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Here we go. Larry Phillips, 686 Insanity. Just fast out of that. Wow. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Did I tell you all was going to be filthy dirty when you went home? I forgot to tell you that. Ooh. And I just had my nails done and my hair done and I'm going to need to do them again when I get out of here. Woo. Larry Phillips, Insanity, is what we got. All right, next man up is all and how you cut your tires, and sometimes the old boys talk about, well, them big tractors, I'll slip in there and beat them today. Hey, that
Larry
happens.
Phillips went
All right.
193.65,
Harlow,
193.65.
Kentucky, 460 International. Single turbo tractor, alcohol powered. Wrong gear. He just ain't doing what he, Kendall was over at Madisonville here earlier a month or so ago, and he was saying that he's coming in here and finish tearing the motor up. He's not coming back. Going to give it up. Well, you got to give him credit for coming down here and trying. Man on the drag says, chains tight. We're ready on the start end. We're ready on Jeff Carter's end. Rick Essery, Milledgeville, Tennessee, is ready to go. This old boy crank you up some serious horsepower now. Get ready. Here we go. Boogity, boogity. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Check that wheel speed out, gang. He is cranking them wheels up for you now. Yeah. Can't find the bite on that track, but getting serious. Too high gears. He done got that wheel speed up and shifted out too far, too fast. Created a great big ton of problems there. Great big ton of problems. These tractors are stripped down. You notice he's got very little weight on that tractor. You add 2,700 pounds and he'll be back on that 7,500 pound class. He will be back on that 7,500 pound class. All right, Ivan Carroll out of Clarence, Missouri. Ivan Carroll out of Clarence, Missouri, a Coxstud 570 Super, 339 cubes, 1,400 horsepower, 50 to 60 miles. Ivan Carroll is the man at the wheel.
Ricky Essery went 167.59, 167.59.
Super. All right, cranking it up. Engines, a lot of times when they get fired up like that and those turbos are stuffing air down in them. And when you hear it a lot more out of the diesels than you do out of the turbos, and when they get so full of air and all at once they just choke out and stifle themselves. Yes, sir, if this tractor gets a good hookup, he has a way of getting it on down the road. But you notice again, this tractor is stripped down, almost completely stripped down on weight. There's no weight on it. And it's awfully hard to get a tractor with that much horsepower to bite the track. Ready on the start line. Jeff Carter says, bring it on down my way, John. John Meeks. 4250 JD. Alcohol-powered tractor. The Squealer. All right. Turn you some wheel speed. Yeah. Gonna get it on now, baby. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Check out this tires, baby. Check that wheel speed out. That tractor is flat. Look it on. Check that out. You talk about serious. Give that boy a hand. Yeah. John Meeks to give you a show. Can you imagine if he could have got them tires to get a hold of that track? He'd have been downtown Central City by now. Headed west, hamburger down, gone to Texas, all that kind of tractor talk. All right, here comes a man right here out of West Union, Ohio. Paul Yates is the man that's coming up on this. Okay, let me get a sound man on this and see if we can't do something with it. One of you sound men come down here. We got a little problem down here with the sound system. One of you
John Meeks went 261.36, 261.36.
Like I say, the lady right here to my left is April McConnell, is Tom McConnell's wife. Tom McConnell owns and is the man in charge of Bluegrass Pulling Miss April McConnell is the lady here that keeps track of distances. She's got radios on her head and radios here in front of her, and she's the lady that writes checks and does about all of it. I got the easy job. Mr. Paul Yates with the country roads out of West Union, Ohio. Paul Yates, the country roads. Too tall a gear, too quick. Too tall a gear, too quick. It'll happen every time. Yes, sir, when they come out of the hole screaming like that, they will run up in that tall gear. That transmission just gets to shifting it out, and it's all over. We got some smoke coming off that tractor. Paul's a little concerned with things. Get one of these sound men down here. One of you PA men come back down here. We need you all down here to announcer stand. One of the PA men come down here, please. We got it right now. We had a little conflict there. Manufactured in Canada. All right. At the wheel, Mike Savy. Hillsboro, Kentucky is where he's out of. Hillsboro, Kentucky is where Mike Savy is out of. 3150 John Deere tractor. Trying to find the bottom on that track and just not getting a hold of anything. Yeah, I'm a-telling you, that track is hard. Hard-hearted Hannah is that track today. Not getting a bite on it at all, any none. These old boys wish that tracky was tacky-tack. Tacky is what they want, that thing, and it is solid as a rock. The man coming up is Jason Clinton with the Triple Massey. Jason Clinton with the Triple Massey out of McGregor, Iowa. Triple Massey is what it's called. 427 cube, 2,000 plus horsepower, 3 turbos, 3505 Massey tracked out of town, gang. I've not counted just what all we've got. We've got Iowa and Missouri and
Mike Savy with 195.53, 195.53,
and all kinds of tractors in here today. This particular one is from McGregor, Iowa. Jason Clinton and the Triple Massey. 3505 Massey Ferguson out of McGregor, Iowa, sponsored by Ms. Marquette Riverboat Gambling, Ms. Marquette Riverboat Casino in Marquette, Iowa. You folks would like to do some riverboat gambling, why head on up that way and make sure that you, when you go in and talk to the people at the Ms. Marquette, tell them that you've seen the Triple Massey bull in Central City, Kentucky. All right, Jason Clinton, here we go. Trying to find the bottom. No weight at all on the front. Yeah, he's a-cranking that girl, though. He's a-trying. He's a-trying hard. Gang, I'll tell you what. He was cranking some wheels there yesterday. Give him a little credit. No weight at all on that tractor. No extra weights at all. And a while ago, I was saying 2,700 pounds, 1,700. 1,700 is what you add up when you get from 68 to 75. From 58 to 75 is 1,700, and I was saying 2,700 a while ago. I don't know where I got all kind of talk. So if your neighbor looks at you when you get home and your car is going to be dirty, you ain't going to be able to hide that dirty car unless you wash it on the way home. If your neighbor looks at you and wants to know where you've been, you're going to have to tell him, yeah, you can't hide it. Been down at the track, doing it in the dirt, baby, doing it in the dirt. That's what happens when you come to these. Check the paint. I'll tell you what, Leroy must have polished that tractor up. Check how shiny that booger is. Yeah, Leroy, fire it up now, boogity, boogity, boogity. Alcohol powered, cranking up some RPM on this machine. Trying to find the bottom of that. Will not get a hold. Get a hold of that thing, Leroy. Here we go. Trying to find the bottom on that track, and that's awful hard to do. That track is just not giving up, bud. Leroy says, I haven't quit yet, but I'm still moving. When you bring him back with 1,700 pound on, it will make a difference. That smoker, that alcohol burner will get you on down the road. Right quick, pretty good pull there for Leroy. Next class, get ready. That two-wheel drive class, get them ready out there. Open two-wheel drive class, get them ready. Down there on the finish line, guys, we're trying to find them PA men and don't know where they're at. They must have
walked that track roll before we hooked this first class. Bring a roller right here and let's roll it down.
Yeah, this is the 7,500-pound super stock class.
Shut that tractor down. We're gonna shut that tractor down. We're gonna get the roller right here and do some rolling before we pull. Because these tractors are gonna come along with some power. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Ian, where's your truck at? All right, here we go. Little fire extinguisher out here, gang. Little fire extinguisher. Jeff Carter's on the move. Alcohol burner. That's what you call a pick man on the ball. As soon as that tractor is shut down, them alcohol burners, it's awfully hard to see the flame. Awfully hard to see the flame in them. They can be red hot and cooking, and it's awfully hard to see the flame in them. Yes, sir. So what you want to do is be on top of it. A lot of times you're at night, and I make jokes about it sometimes that I probably should not, but you want these alcohol burners pulling at nighttime so that when they catch on fire, you can see it. That alcohol burns so clear on this thing. He's right out of Hurst, Illinois.
Ivan Carroll at 206.34, 206.34.
And I said, is there a problem here? Why can't you make it first or second? He said, I don't know. There's a couple of other fellows that really give me a hard time on that. But he was third at the Louisville Machinery Show the last 2 years. All business has been third place. Doug Leeds will put you on show here in a few minutes. He's got 1,000 horsepower plus is what it is. Offside, Illinois, where is out? Championship warning, Yates International. What do they got? Yellow.
Hey, buddy.
Old time Illinois, where is out of? Lacy Marino with Show Me Showdown. Lacy Marino with Show Me Showdown. He runs a 540 2,000 horsepower alcohol powered tractor. The tractor's running around out here in the middle of the night. Not quite the way Jeff Carter wanted them, and he's getting them done. Can somebody tell me down there? That's a Kentucky. That's a Rampage truck up there. Is that Jimmy Mattingly's truck up there? Kentucky Gold? Yeah, there he is right here. That sounded expensive from here. That'll work out that old business tractor there. I understand he's a college professor. That's what he does. He does that old business truck just for fun. He runs that thing around here to the front. He keeps it solid, is what he does. And to tell you more jokes than you can take the stick at. You got to have a picture for when you're around that man. He can tell you more jokes than you can take the stick at.
David Marino went 239.03. 239.03. Doug Leak went 291.90. 291.90.
Get his pull-off tractor. He's got blowing a big oil patch there on the track now. He moved something off. Pull-off tractor. Hit the pull-off tractor.
He lost oil for a long time.
Yeah, he did. Good thing.
I mean, it was bad. He could have burned it
I
up.
don't think he had this much extra.
Boy, we're going to need, bring them pull-off tractors in. We're going to need some more of them. Diesel powered with 3 turbos. Kelvin Lynn at the wheel. Notorious is the name of the truck. The name of the tractor. We got him in here from Wisconsin. We have another one in here from Wisconsin. So we've got some out-of-state tractors in here that are putting you guys on quite a show today. Kelvin Lynn at the wheel. Unity, Wisconsin. I've seen this tractor run before. It's doing a pretty darn good job. Notorious is the name of it.
Part of it's laying in the front of it. That little black piece, it flew out of it.
All right. Hook tractor, need a hook tractor. Hook tractor on the end, please. Hook tractor on the end. There, John Deere. How about it down there, John Deere? You got to beat you to it there, bud. John Deere's got him. All right, gang. Thanks to the Herring Equipment Company. Sacramento. John Deere Farm Equipment. 1-800.
Kevin Lynn went 263.63. 263.63.
Everything from trick rod to the pullers. Now back to the hot rod tractor show. The big Yates International out of Darrell Folks for the man at the wheel. 2094. Yates 2094 Yates. Darrell Folks at the wheel. I did not talk to Darrell before this pool went on today. I did not talk to him, and I know very little about that tractor. 2094 Yates tractor. Mr. Darrell Folks at the wheel. Crank it up, man. Crank it up, get it out. You went to changing gears, and when it happened, it overloaded what was going on. When you hooked up hard. When it hooked up hard. When it happened, it's all over, gang. Too sweet. Just over. Speedy. All right. Well, the next man up is Leroy Mason was down and dirty. Leroy Mason was down and dirty. An alcohol-powered 766 International 360 1500 plus horsepower. Heavy on that plus. 1500 plus horsepower. Works on KY. This got 330, 326, 80 mile an hour wheels. Alcohol powered is what we run. Leroy Mason, the man of the wheel. Warsaw, KY is where he's out of. According to how everything performs.
Darrell Foltz with 192.70, 192.70.
Real good, matter of fact, I understand. Leroy, the man of the wheel, 766 International, alcohol powered, 1,500 plus horsepower, heavy on that plus, 360 cubes, down and dirty is what she saw. He won the lightweight at Madisonville last night. Pretty good run, a little smoker out here. Oh yeah, get him hard, way up there. You're out too quick, that's all. I hear that going. Put the gearing out on him, he tried to slack off the throttle, get her picking back up, and she's gearing out on him again. When you're breaking that traction down, you're out of the hole, and when it does start biting, that's when things really start happening wrong. If they can, that's when they're going to go bad on you. Here and skid. Here and skid. Down and dirty. You know what I mean? All right, here comes the man up right now, Alan Moore. Tell me a little bit about outrageous Alan. What do you know?
He's ever died. He died, he loaded up the trailer and
Leroy Mason with 252.10, 252.10.
Can you imagine you've got 20 or 30 drivers down there and you've got a clipboard in your hand and you're trying to get them, you get this line, don't get back behind him, don't you get them, shut up and get back to where you belong. It's got to be a hassle. I got to use this job here, gang. It's got to be, you have to carry a gun down there and sort them drivers out. Here we go, Alan Moore. Here we go. Hang it, hang it. Out of bounds, that means DQ, I think. DQ. Gotcha. DQ. Huh. We got lean old Alice. We just had outrageous Alice. Now we got lean old Alice coming up. Lean old Alice. Now, Fort Clinton, Ohio, he just won the last class. B21 AC. 500 plus. 2000, if I get out in Florida here that I run, change to go back in here. But if I get out in Florida here, I run about 100 miles an hour. Florida here. That's just got to have a bad case of the tractor tool. You know what I'm talking about?
Alan Moore is disqualified for running out of bounds.
You just speak to these tractors in cubic dollars. How much power has that tractor got? Well, it's got a lot of cubic dollars in it, which is what it's got. So cubic dollars is a real apt description of what's going on here. Somebody says, how fast will your tractor go? He says, how deep is your pocket? Your pocket's deep enough to make that tractor run real fast. This kind of bullet is expensive if anybody happen to ask. It's very expensive if anybody happen to ask. And being the first place man is real expensive, matter of fact. All right, lean old Alice. Oh, I've got all the switches turned up. All the green lights on. Uh-oh, he said, I don't like what I see there. No. We'll need a little something. Prop the sides on it. No, it's a diesel powered. It may not. It's alcohol powered. Or you could have a fire underneath there and not even know it. Look her over close. Feel in there until you get up to the meat because you can have that booger on fire. West Union, Ohio. All put your helmet on. Turn it down. If you guys start pulling to the left there, head over right in that right brake. The minute you have to ride that right brake, you're shooting horsepower right in the head. There ain't no way you're going to have to ride that brake very much, and the horsepower is all over, gang. You might be talking 12, 14, 1500. If you spike that brake time or two, and that 12, 14, 1500 will go to nothing in a hurry. You just haven't got the power once you ride that brake a little bit. It is totally amazing. All right, good momentum is on the drag. Put it right running off there. Yeah, working on it, but just was not hooking up. Triple method, working on it, but was not hooking up. Kenny Hale, the next man up with night trouble. Kenny Hale, the next man up with night trouble. Night trouble is the name of it. It's a 3688 International. I did not talk to him before the pool came up.
Buy that setup.
I told him I already know the answer. I don't want to. Might get forced to, but I don't want to. But doing this still ain't gonna win in Illinois.
Oh, really? What's the taking with Illinois?
More than what these people say.
Well, he can give you an afternoon.
Night trouble is the name of it. Kennesaw. Westfield Springs, Tennessee.
That you see out there?
Mike Hadley. I did not talk to him. I did not talk to him. Got a Nicholas Farm coming up there. Nicholas Dixon is working on that JD. He's got on your truck where a lot of people with. Well, that's the drag right now. It's a man out of Verona, Kentucky. Up my neck of the woods, up towards Cook County way. Oh, the part of the state, Joe Webster. I just Joe Webster. Prime time. On the drag. Ready to go. Check that out. little bit.
Is that Hicks?
Joe Webster.
All about snapping fetches. Jeff Carter was trying to get his way up this way fast as he could. Hook tractor, hit hook tractor. Yeah, hook tractor, hook tractor, hook tractor. Come on.
I ain't never told you, did you?
That or several
Yeah,
others.
there you go. Tennessee, like a 466 John Deere. 1100 plus horsepower. 1100 plus horsepower. 4010 John Deere. 2 charges on that tractor. Over here, the locker is called. It's got a 19. It was Hicks.
Joe Webster went 190.59, 190.59.
300 somebody went 299
Hey, he comes out of airplane. Well, look at that little bus coming in. Check that out, gang. Yeah. That's the way it's done, gang. You guys think the dust is playing over here? How'd you like to have Jackie Turner installed or Bud Clemens installed riding that drag tractor? Check that out. I was talking to him up here at the show we had the Jefferson last week. And he says, when he gets back over to Coalville at night, go in the shower, beat his foot off, go in the shower, and got a foot ring in the shower. He literally got to break up the picture and flush him down the shower drain.
Nicholas Hicks went 238.16, 238.16.
That little field, which is very important in practical. Now, you never need to really have a hold of it. Never need to really have a hold of it. Shut her off, he says. Shut her down. Shut her off. She's going to something. Them alcohol factors, you got to watch them. They can get real hot real quick. That fire underneath there, sometimes you can't even see it. Lean Old Alex is the name of it. Right now, we feel that all available fair board members will meet inside the convention building with appreciation. Missing link is the man on the drag. Mark Piesig, the man at the wheel, Unity, Wisconsin, Lynn Brothers Splitting Team. 1,800 plus. Taking care of the mosquitoes in Muhlenberg County today. Burning my eyeballs out. Here we go. Get that smoke blowing up in the air a little bit. Here we go. Get up there. That is a grader starting into the track, a big grader. Big grader. We've got to bring the hump down, a big grader. All right,
Mark Piesig went 278.87, 278.87.
I think. Martin, Jeff Carter says, bring it on down. Bring it on down. Kentucky led on their fourth pull, all the tractors ever had. This is the fourth pull. Out here, I guarantee it.
Taking his coat.
Putting turbos that out for over out here. Or run something off, I wouldn't guarantee you to jump out of here, but it could run something off. Can you imagine? All right, we got a tractor coming on that's called Doug Roberts, the Barnyard Beach.
Don't ask me. I'm
Doug Roberts, the Barnyard Beach, out of Northeast Missouri, is where Doug Roberts is out of. Go tractor, need a hook tractor down here on the Kentucky sled hunter. Go tractor, go tractor, go tractor.
No, he jumped out again.
There you go.
263.
Modified four-wheel drive, get ready. Modified, modified, modified. Bring them down, bring them on, guys. The modified four-wheel drive. We need to brought down to the start line. BDQ. Right away.
Well, that way you can decide how many go around.
All right, the Barnyard Beach is the man on the drag. Doug Roberts at the wheel. He's got that cable tightened up about right there. Mark King says go. Jeff Carter says go. Doug Roberts, there go, baby. Barnyard Beach, get back. Get the children off the street. Barnyard Beach is about to come out of that hole screaming, baby. Yeah. That's